or experiences in Civic where I was really so excited to be playing wonderful orchestral music in a beautiful hall. But I'd also noticed that people were out there in the audience taking the most expensive nap of their lives. What was really fun for us was to have the chance to actually program concerts that were chamber music shows in non-traditional spaces and just see that the decisions we were making really impacted how people experienced the day. That's such a basic thing, but if we think about the way that we consider the design of classical music performances, we tend to start with artists or repertoire or whatever it is, and we don't think as much about the experience around it. So that was one of the first kind of lessons we learned. And I think to your question earlier about how did things progress, we knew when we started that we wanted to push beyond the limits of what classical music could do. And most people think you meet a classical musician, that person can perform for you, or they can teach you to play an instrument. We wanted to really think about how musicians might be helpful in the world beyond that. And so for us, it kind of began with performing in unexpected places, with collaborations with artists who were not musicians at all, and also with arts integrated programs in schools where we were teaching, music and core curricular subjects at the same time. Before we knew what arts integration was, by the way, we sort of fell backwards into it just because there was a project that sounded interesting. But as we sort of evolved the practice, we're just sort of following our own curiosity down one rabbit hole after another. We've started to evolve to a point where it's not as much about making for people as it is making with people. So that's led us down the path of civic practice. We've started doing a lot of work with people and organizations who don't identify themselves as artists. But I think where we're starting to really spend a lot of our time now is on the idea that we are all artists. When we go out to do work and deem it outreach, that's a 4-letter word. There's a reason why if you take out the middle, it spells ouch. It's not a good thing, because what you're doing is you're articulating to people, you're not an artist and I am, but we all are.